What are the basics of inclusive education? Did you know we were the first? I mean, really, perhaps even the first in the country. I came to ZCS in 1989 to help start inclusive education, and the only model we knew of was one in a high school in Kitchener, Ontario. Ask Tom or Mark or Sherry or a few others who were around in 1989. We really didn't know what we were doing, but we did know that this is how we believed God wanted us to live in community here at ZCS, one body together in Christ. If there were some kind of textbook, it would be 1 Corinthians 12, and we had our hand firmly planted in the guiding hand of our partner organization, CLC Network. In fact, we are still closely linked to this day. When we first started, we had to limit our visitors to one day a week. There were so many people who wanted to see what this looked like. We learned how to best explain inclusion by practicing with all those visitors. So, we define inclusive education as having two parts: ownership and friendship. Ownership is important. As the special educators, Stacy and I do not own any students. They don't belong to us. We are there to help facilitate what happens every day. But the students belong and are owned by the general education teacher and classroom. The student with Down syndrome is a 5th grader in Mr. Hutt's class. He is not a visitor. He is a resident with full rights. And while there are people to support Mr. Hutt, as well as the students, the ownership is in the middle of that 5th grade. The child may go to a different space for some academic time. He might take some breaks, and there may be a teacher assistant assigned to the classroom, but the child belongs to Mr. Hutt and grade 5. So ownership is one, but friendship. Friendship is also important. It's naive to think one can plop students of varied abilities into classrooms and figure it will all work out naturally. From the beginning, since 1989, we have worked hard to promote understanding and friendships, using tools like Circle of Friends, monthly meetings, green and pink puzzle pieces, crisis talks or celebration talks, and the daily encouragement from the classroom teacher. We have seen firsthand that friendships are key. Kids learn best with and from other kids, and the group grows together. Still, we will have people enter the building and say, "Show us who is in your inclusion program." They are expecting us to show them the children with disabilities. We usually smile and say, "Listen to what you just asked. You just asked who is included, and the answer to that would be everyone." And we have seen since 1989 that it also describes who has benefited from inclusive education at ZCS. Everyone. Peers grow and learn things we could never teach from some character development curriculum. Teachers grow and learn because we are constantly discovering new tools to try in the classroom and how differentiation works firsthand. Students with disabilities grow from the programming and the beauty of belonging. In fact, it is said that while inclusion is lovely, belonging is really the most important. When you belong, the others miss you when you are not there. So, you decide, are we running an inclusion or belonging program at ZCS?